Today, Josh and I are going to be tackling one of the biggest flagship arguments on the pro-choice side, and that's no uterus, no opinion. We're going to go over why not only do we think this is problematic, but it's downright stupid. So hope you enjoy the video. Leave a comment if you want to see something similar to this, and I hope to see you guys next time. Do you have a uterus?
I don't, no.
Why do you have an opinion on abortion?
That's a really good point, actually.
Did I get you with that one?
Yeah, you really did.
I got you to this side. I moved you over here.
It's over, man. Yeah.
Okay.
No, when you first said that we should do a video about this topic, I was kind of like lost because it's such a it's a bumper sticker slogan. I don't know how we're going to be able to get 10 minutes or more so we can hit that middle ad run, right? I don't know how we're going to be able to get 10 minutes out of this topic because it's such a, like I said, a bumper sticker slogan.
Well, I think the funniest thing about it is this has only been said to me when people are literally walking away.
Really?
Yeah, like when we were out there in front of Target.
Oh yeah,
that woman would just shout at me and she refused to talk to me about it. So I've only had people say this to me. I haven't had them open a conversation
like a dialogue. Yeah.
So I think a bumper sticker thing is actually a really good framework to put it into.
Yeah. Well, as a man, why do you think it is your responsibility to have an opinion about abortion since you don't have a uterus?
I think it's a really dangerous game to say that since you are not that thing, you cannot have an opinion about that thing. Like, for instance, are we saying that anybody who isn't German can't have an opinion on Auschwitz?
Right.
Right, because it's a moral claim that's being made. It's not something that's just based on situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like experience or culture doesn't play a huge game in this. Because again, it's all about moral argument.
Yeah, for sure.
So almost making that claim sidesteps the whole objective here.
Mm-hmm. Well, so part of that is our bodies aren't at risk, right? So why would we have an opinion? Because you and I will never be pregnant, so why would we have an opinion about something that we won't ever have to deal with the risks of that? But do you have an opinion on children killed in war?
I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not children, but we can still have an opinion about that, or the Christian minority in China being oppressed, right? I don't know if you plan to travel to China and be a missionary at any point.
I don't, but I would like to say that that's immoral.
Yeah, right. Yeah, even though it doesn't provide a direct risk to us, we can still have an opinion about that.
And I think that's really based out of love, isn't it?
Right.
It's almost moral when you say that doesn't affect me, however, I still care about it.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point.
I don't understand how you can make that claim, because that's almost an unloving claim, that you should only care about it if it affects you.
Yeah.
That's kind of selfish, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's love your neighbor, right?
Yeah.
And it's well, no, I won't love my neighbor. It doesn't directly affect me. It's not my job to love him, so let him do what he wants.
That's a good bit.
Well, it's almost like an appeal to authority too, right? That phrase. And it annoys me because there is a certain, I know it's a fallacy to appeal to authority, but there is a certain amount of truth to if you know Greek, I can be well, my buddy Elijah who knows Greek said this is this, right? But with women, their authority, I should say, is that they were born a certain way, right? And I don't put value on just because you were born with dark hair, so now you have some knowledge about hair color. It just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't fit to me.
No, I also think you don't have to be something to be able to assign value to something. So if I say that babies are something that should be protected, if you say, well, I'm a woman, that doesn't disprove my point at all. No kidding. That's just a blatant sidestep.
Yeah. Well, you'll never be pregnant, so you can't speak. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it is a pivot from the actual topic. Well, this phrase also forgets that not every woman has a uterus, right? So do those women's opinions matter less if they don't have a uterus? I don't fully grasp that either.
Yeah, and to be clear, we're not talking about trans women. We're talking about women who have lost their uterus or have been removed.
Right.
Yeah. So do those women lose the right to have an opinion on this topic because they don't have one?
Yeah. Well, and you'll also notice that men that are pro-abortion, suddenly it doesn't matter that they don't have a uterus. If you're out there being yeah, abortion's cool, these women will be hey, listen, I don't usually let you people talk. Good job. You're one of the good ones, actually. You're one of the good ones.
Well, yeah, it's almost saying that you can't have an opinion unless you agree with us. Then you can have an opinion.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is very, very problematic.
It is.
Or unless you're Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're Dave Chappelle, you agree with them, so you can have an opinion on it. I think it'd almost be funny just to watch a little bit of the video, yeah?
Right.
Okay.
I'm not for abortion, but I'm not against it either. It all depends on who I get pregnant. I don't care what your religious beliefs are or anything. If you have a dick, you need to shut the up on this one. Seriously, this is theirs. The right to choose is their unequivocal right. Not only do I believe they have the right to choose, I believe that they shouldn't have to consult anybody, except for a physician, about how they exercise that right. Gentlemen, that is fair. And ladies, to be fair to us, I also believe if you decide to have the baby, a man should not have to pay.
I think one thing that is a little funny about that video is it does kind of point out the hypocrisy in that standard, doesn't it?
Right.
So like the end part of the video, although I think his point is really, really stupid, like that's just,
Yeah.
like, yeah. Like
Well,
if you get to kill the kid,
so-
I don't have to pay for the kid. Like that's not really a good moral stance to have.
Yeah.
Like that's actually pretty bad in itself.
I don't want to cut you off and I don't want to derail the video. One of my biggest pet peeves is people who take comedians and then get like they get their moral oughts out of comedians. Like people who really love Bo Burnham. And it's like, you know, he's a comedian. You shouldn't be taking your moral code from Bo Burnham, or the other one is not Dave Chappelle, or George Carlin, right? Like back in the day, he's like this massive atheist and these guys love him. And it's like, you know, he's a comedian, right? Like it's one of my annoyances. But anyways, back to Dave Chappelle's video.
Yeah. That end point, problematic. The beginning point is super problematic because that was kind of getting in to what we were talking about, where if you're not that thing, you can't have an opinion on it.
Right. No,
You need to shut up.
yeah,
That was a big
and he
one
said
too.
the F word.
He said the F word.
Yeah.
And the S word was in there. I don't
Did
know
he
if
say-
he said the S word. Or was it the D word?
He did say
Okay,
he said
he
the
did.
D word.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
if you have a D word. So
That was
which is
bad.
problematic
It was
to
problematic in itself.
to trans people who have D words.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically, if you want to kill it, I don't want to pay the tax for it.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
That's a good, like, I think he debunked us right there.
Yeah,
right?
no, for sure.
Well, like, it is a human, but kill it.
Yeah. Nope. Well, the other idea would be, I wonder if picture the bumper sticker and it just says no D word, no opinion.
Yeah.
And it's because we're not paying child support on
Yeah,
the children
that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. Also, most men are the ones who commit rape. So are we saying that only men should have an opinion on that
Yeah.
because they're the only ones that commit?
like on the bumper sticker, no D word, no opinion. We can have like on rape, on child support, on what else should we not let women have an opinion on?
Voting.
My clothes, voting, my clothing choices. There's got to be some other stuff.
There's
We should come
gotta
up
be.
with a list. Comment a list. Actually.
Comment a list.
What
Yeah.
we should not let women have an opinion on.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna do numbers.
This is gonna do numbers,
Yeah.
or maybe it's that standard is immoral.
It could be that.
It could be that.
It could be that.
But if you hold that bumper sticker, I think that should almost come with like a dual combo, right? Because if you want to be sound in your standing and accept it all, you'd almost have to have both bumper stickers. Maybe one on the left and one on the right,
Right.
Could have
I
like
think
a
the
little color scheme.
man would be on the right because right wing.
because they're always right. I'm kidding. Cut that out. But all jokes aside, I think we did cover a lot of really great things that really prove how flawed
Yep.
that bumper sticker is.
Yeah.
But with that being said, do you have any closing thoughts?
Well, I would say that even though we don't have uteruses, we should have an opinion because King Jesus says to care for our neighbors, right? Care for those who don't have a voice or vulnerable, right? And so I feel like even though we don't have uteruses, we don't have to worry about bumper stickers on the back of Subarus. What we need to worry about is what King Jesus said. And King Jesus says to take care of the vulnerable. But if you guys have any input on this, I'd love to hear anything you guys have to say.
Only if you have uteruses.
If you have uteruses, address him.
No.
If you're my pastor and you see this, I want to say everything said was a joke. I don't hold any of this. Please don't put me under any sort of church discipline. Or do you feel the same way?
Nah, this goes right out to my pastor. Shout out Marlon.
This is seriously just like a bumper sticker slogan, right? You see this from time to time. I don't know how we're going to get like a full-length video out of this.
I think even a 5-minute is fine.
That was part of the video. I almost said the F word.
You almost said the F word.
Today at work, one of our, I told you about.
Is this a work video or like a abortion video? Josh.
Yes. Do you have it on your, I thought you looked on your phone.
Shut the frick up.
Shut up. Did you just tell me to shut up on camera?
I didn't tell you to shut up. I implied it.